Welcome to the OWASP SAMM community call. My name is Sebastian de Leersnijder, one of the project leads. This is the community call of May 2026. We do share project updates every second Wednesday of the month, so you feel free to join us. If you want to get updates on the YouTube channel, absolutely make sure to subscribe. So what we cover is upcoming events, upcoming activities regularly, and also what we share is some project updates. And last April, we came together with the core team, at least like the majority of the core team came together in Spain. And so we have some progress to share there. So but let's first start with upcoming events. So as you might know, if not, and this is new to you, it's highly recommended. We do organize within OWASP regular conferences in Europe and in the US. And in Europe, the next one is already next month, June 23rd. This time it's in Vienna, in Austria. So we have the OWASP Global AppTech Europe Conference. The regular setup, there's a couple of trainings. There's a conference of 2 days, and one of the key trainings that I obviously want to highlight is the OWASP SAMM training. So building your AppTech program with OWASP SAMM, it's taught by by the project. Do feel free to look it up, register for the training, and then afterwards we also have our SAMM User Day. So the SAMM User Day, we organize it together with DSAM, which is another fine project within OWASP, which is organized by Aram and Timo. And I'm going to share the full lineup. It's not a regular training price. It's 250 euros, covering let's say, the catering and the venue. But it's a full day program with an interesting lineup. And let me share the lineup here. So we have Aram and Timo providing an update on SAMM and DSAM. We have John on tooling, Clément on SAMM for devs. Max, I think Max also just joined the session here on lessons learned. And after lunch, we go on with a couple of really interesting sessions. So I'm not going to cover everything. All these details you can find on our website. And so if you land on the homepage, there's more information here, which you will come here, or you go to community and user day, and you'll end up on the same page. So there's no excuse for not finding this. So, and then that's the events that are upcoming. What we also did last month in April, we came together with the majority of the core team, which you see here at the bottom. You can see we had very nice weather in Spain. We came together in a nice village called Sitges. And we did a 2-day sprint working on a couple of topics. And the major outcomes of that are priorities for the next couple of months, but obviously for the next year, which we're going to work on. Some of this is work in progress. Some of this is in planning stage. But what we've done is we really decided on the priorities. First priority is Cyber Resilience Act. So if you're not familiar with the Cyber Resilience Act, look it up. You will find already a blog post on the OWASP SAMM website. What we're going to do is we're going to provide specific guidance, which is going to be a playbook on how to apply CRA or how to apply OWASP SAMM to help you become CRA compliant easier and faster. One of the aspects of CRA is putting in place a secure development lifecycle, and there is no better way of doing that with OWASP SAMM, of course. But then again, we are biased. Second aspect is we have been looking at the model, and there's still some, I would say, technology-specific and more like guidance-specific information in the model streams and activities and practices. So what we're going to focus on is making the model more formal in saying what you need to reach or what kind of objective you need to reach with the activities, and really push everything that how it should look like and how to implement that push that to the guidance. And we're going to actually revamp the stream guidance, also integrate it in the website and restructure that, and also making it more aligned with roles. So depending on what kind of role you would have, you will either assess or implement that specific activity in a certain way. And we're also going to introduce case studies again. We had case studies in earlier models. We're going to introduce that here again as part of OWASP SAMM. So those are key focus points. One other one, and probably the most important one, is AI. You've probably heard of it. If not, well, you've been living on a rock somewhere. What we're going to focus on is, okay, there's a lot of change in how software is being created and how code is being generated. So guidance for generated code, for vibe coding, is something that we're going to focus on. We're going to also look at what kind of skills we can be capture when you're implementing or assessing or creating roadmaps or doing related work to the model itself, and going to make that available in a skill repository. And also explaining or providing examples how to do some activities using or leveraging AI. And so those are all specific aspects that we've been discussing, and that we've already have some ideas on how to do that. So together with CRA, these are the two main aspects that we're going to work on. The formalization of the core model behind that will also support us in doing that. Benchmark, we are still focusing a lot on the benchmark. So the benchmark really helps us answering the question. So now I've assessed myself, I know where we are in terms of maturity, but how do we compare ourselves with others? How do we compare with others in our vertical? So we are aligning on releasing the next benchmark report for the Vienna user day in June. Also, we have some requests for sharing our data set for academic research. So we're reviewing how we can do that. Not only the data set itself, but also the Excel data, and then exploring also funding for doing this in a more proper and sustainable way. So if incidentally you're looking at it and you have some extra sponsor budget available, do get in touch with me. And then a more like practical operational point of view, we've been reviewing a little bit how we work within the core team and what kind of activities need to be done. So we have a list of recurring activities and assigned owners to make sure that our operations and the way that we work as a project gets better organized. So that's what we've been focusing on in the core team summit. And then one last thing, which took quite some time, not only for us, but also for Pat. And Pat seemed a little bit surprised, but it's not a surprise. It doesn't look nice now. It's like a blank white page, Pat. So, but it's because I haven't clicked yet.
That's
So
what
you,
we've
so
done. We wanted to make it easy for you, so
yes, yes. So
it's easy.
this it actually looks like this. So this is how the SAMM website is going to look like very soon. We're going to release it next month, probably just before the SAMM user day. But what I propose, Pat, is that I don't know if you have it with you and you can like walk us through or provide me with the URL. I can also do that myself. It's what you prefer.
Um, Maybe it's easier if I don't have to point you to.
Yes. So then
uh,
I'll leave you taking over the screen sharing
okay.
and walk us a little bit through how the flow of the visiting and using the SAMM website is going to look like.
Okay.
For everybody who's already looking at this, it's going to be way easier and logical. And also nicer. Mhm.
Okay. So our goal was to improve some aspects of the website that has been growing with us sort of organically, and we wanted to make it more intentional to serve the needs of some users. So we wanted the website to evolve the way that SAMM has evolved. As Seba was saying, with a lot of focus on guidance and everything around the model to make it easier to navigate and to discover the things that you need inside the website. So supporting exploration, supporting onboarding, like for new users, as well as I don't want to say old, but that's the word that I have in my mind. So sorry.
Recurring visitors.
Familiar users,
Yes.
experienced SAMM users. So
Yes.
the idea is we keep some of the things that we already have. So if you're a first-time user, the idea is that you can clearly see what SAMM is and how to get around it. We still have our About SAMM page with what SAMM is, the team, and some references that might be useful. We also have the link, very visible link to the model. And as always, our three main entry points in here. So if you're a new user, you might go to Getting Started. And we, again, try to make navigation easier. So we've added the sidebar on the left. And as you can see here, we are in the docs section. So we minimized the entry points for the information as well. So you're going to be navigating here, you scroll and here are all the steps, and also a link to the fundamentals course. So we hope that these facilitate the new user's journey. If you are on the experienced side of things, we have an in-depth section where we have content for preparation of an assessment. Though as we mentioned before, we had some content that lived inside our blog post that had become so important that we wanted to include it as documentation. So we have how to define scope. We have the skills framework that lived inside Google Doc before, and now we've integrated it into the website. And we have our tools and our downloads are here. And again, guidance. We wanted to make the website easier to evolve as well. So we are going to be adding lots of things here, and we also have plans for the future. This is just the beginning. The idea is that this will continue to grow. And as I was mentioning, the model, we also try to help navigation here with the sidebar, so you can go through all the activities and
Oh,
we have a very nice 404 page here. Again, this is work in progress. So our 404 is very nice now. You should look for it. Okay, we've also added friendly IDs, which was something that people were requesting, especially people that are used to working with standards that have easy ways of recognizing activities and referring to activities. So that is sort of an overview. As Seba said, we are going to share a link for you to have a look around, and we would really welcome any feedback, input after we finish recording. It would be nice to get your thoughts on this. So coming soon, the new
coming
OWASP
soon.
website.
Yes. Coming soon to a screen near you is the last thing we have for this recording for this month. So if you want to keep getting updates or want to get informed on OWASP SAMM, do join us on our Slack channel. Register on the Meetup. We're still using Meetup. So for you to get updates, we obviously post this on YouTube. And if you want to get an update by snail mail or regular email, then we still use MailChimp. With that, thank you very much for your attention and see you next time. Thank you.